What's up guys, Omega here and welcome back to GT7, where the Gran Turismo website has just published these two articles for Season 2 of the GTWS Manufacturers and Nations Cup Series for 2023 to 2024. Manufacturers Cup starts before the Nations Cup does, and it looks like some very good combinations in my opinion. So it looks exciting. This starts on the 30th of December to the 10th of January, and it looks like a very similar structure to we've had in the last few seasons. We have the 3 slots for GT1 and many more for GT2 and GT3. Similar timing, 10 a.m. UTC is around 8 p.m. for me, Australian time. So this was about the same time as previously for Manufacturers Cup. And the points from the best 2 rounds will count towards the final score. There is only 4 rounds. Although if you do enter it, just be mindful that it will take the last slot you entered's points. So if you race and you get really good points and then you go again and you quit or anything like that, you will have no points. So keep that in mind. And if you get good points, consider just leaving it so you don't mess that up. And don't worry if you feel like you're not good, you can still do this. It is part of sport mode. If you go and you got the daily races and then now you have the championships down the bottom. So this is a good way to spice things up, even if you're a lower rated driver or you're new to the game. Don't be scared to enter it because it has matchmaking and you'll be put into a league. And it just adds some variety to the online racing. I think is really good. And so for round 1 of the Manufacturers Series, we have got, it starts on the 30th of December of 2023. We have Group 3, BOP on, brake balance allowed. So there's no other types of tuning. It's going to be on the Nürburgring 24-hour layout. Racing medium tires are available. There's no required tire change type and no minimum number of pit stops. You get 12 minutes to qualify, and it's for 5 laps. So I have a feeling this is going to be similar to or exactly the same as the finals race, given that there's no required pit stop or tire change or anything like that. There's most likely going to be weather, I would assume. And yeah, there's only 1 times tire and 1 times fuel. So I would assume that that's exactly what it is. Heavy damage for the higher league, the GT1 league, and light damage for GT2 and GT3. So that is round 1, and that is on a Saturday. And then round 2 is going to be on the 3rd of January, which is the Wednesday. So it's going to be all Manufacturers Cup for 2 weeks and then Nations Cup for 2 weeks. So this one is Group 3 for GT1 League and Group 4 for GT2 and GT3 leagues. So similar thing they did before. We have BOP on, we have partial suspension tuning available and brake balance. And this one's going to be at Watkins Glen long course on the medium tires. No required tire change and no minimum number of pit stops. 5-minute qualifying time, 15 laps for GT1 League and 10 laps for GT2 and GT3 leagues. Same thing for qualifying here. And in the race, we have 1 times tire wear and 4 times fuel for the GT1 League and 3 times fuel for the GT2 and GT3 leagues. Heavy damage in GT1, light damage in GT2 and GT3. Slipstream strength is real. And moving on to round 3, the 6th of January 2024, we have got Group 3 for all categories. The BOP's on, some suspension, partial tuning available, same with brake balance. This one's going to be at Mount Panorama, Bathurst. Racing hard and racing mediums, both available and required. No minimum number of pit stops, but obviously we have to change tires. Qualifying time is going to be 5 minutes. We have 14 laps. Same thing for qualifying with fuel and tire wear. And then in the race for fuel, we have ×1 and tire wear ×5. Heavy damage for GT1, light damage for GT2 and GT3. Slipstream strength is real. And moving on to round 4, we have got Group 3 for GT1 and Group 4 for GT2. BOP on, brake balance is available. This one's going to be at Dragon Trail Gardens. Medium tires, no required pit stops or tire change. Qualifying time is 5 minutes, 14 laps. Same thing with qualifying for the fuel and tire wear. For the race, we have got 1 times fuel and 5 times tire wear for GT1, and for GT2 and GT3, it is ×4 tire wear. Heavy damage in GT1, light damage in GT2 and GT3 leagues, and slipstream strength is real as well for round 4. So that's it for the Season 2 of Manufacturers Cup, starting next Saturday. So definitely looking forward to that. And moving over to Nations Cup Season 2, this one's starting on the 13th of January. Similar time slots to last season. 6 a.m. UTC is around 4 p.m. for me here in Australia. And we have something interesting for this one as well. in the final round. So starting off with round 1 on the 13th of January, we have got the Gran Turismo Red Bull X 2019 competition, and you can also use the anniversary edition. BOP on, brake balance allowed, and that one is going to be at Spa. We have racing medium and racing soft tyres both available and both required. No minimum number of pit stops, 12-minute qualifying, 22 laps for GT1 League and 12 laps for GT2 and GT3. Fuel consumption in the qualifier is off and tyre wear is off for GT2, GT3, but for GT1, we have got 5 times tyre wear in the qualifying. In the race, we have got 2 times fuel and 5 times tyre wear for both leagues. Heavy damage in GT1, light damage in GT2, GT3, and custom slipstream strength. So very, very good tracks and combinations in my opinion. This should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to this. Moving on to round 2 that starts on the 17th of January. We have the Mazda 3 Group 4 car with BOP on. Brake balance is allowed. That one's going to be at Fuji on the racing hard tyres. 1 minimum pit stop, no tyre change required. 17 laps for GT1, 10 laps for GT2 and GT3. Fuel rate is off in qualifying. Tyre wear is off for GT2 and GT3, but for GT1 in qualifying we have got 4 times tyre wear. In the race we have 2 times fuel and 4 times tyre wear. Heavy damage in GT1, light damage GT2, GT3. Slipstream strength is real. Round 3 on the 20th of January. We're going to be in the Super Formula cars. BOP on, some suspension, partial tuning allowed, and the brake balance is available as well. This one's going to be at Interlagos. Both racing medium and racing soft tyres are available and both are also required. No minimum number of pit stops. 30 laps for GT1, 20 laps for GT2, GT3. Everything off in qualifying except for in GT1 you have got 5 times tyre wear. In the race we have got 2 times fuel and 5 times tyre wear for both leagues. Heavy damage on GT1 and light damage for GT2 and GT3. Custom slipstream strength. And for round 4 on the 27th, we have got event details for round 4 will be announced separately once confirmed. So this either hints towards a track or a car, something that we don't know about yet. And this is around the time the update normally drops. So interesting little hint there towards something coming. I'm very excited. Let me know which manufacturer you are going to go. If you already know what it is in the comments, let me know. I haven't decided yet, but nonetheless, I am looking forward to it. I'll be streaming every one of these events. So get yourself subscribed. Here in Australia, we run earlier than most other places. For Nations Cup, we are the first ones to run. So you can feel free to watch me stuff up and make all the mistakes so you guys don't have to. And yeah, don't forget to like the video. Appreciate you guys watching. Let me know your thoughts and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.